Hey guys, just waiting for everyone to jump on today's live. You guys voted for the ABH Norvina Vol3 palette, and the second highest vote was the Too Faced Natural Nudes palette. So I'm going to be going live with that one tomorrow or Friday. But this is the palette that had the most votes. Look at all those colors. So I'm using that today. Brows are already on to save some time. And I'm just taking concealer on my lid to prep it as I normally do. How is everyone doing? Day 2 of the stay-at-home order. I'm just using my MAC Pro Longwear concealer to prep my lids, if you were wondering. Hey, Caston, how are you and your little one doing? You know, since everyone's stuck at home. I'm trying to stay in good spirits. It's not going so well. Alright, I don't know what kind of look I'm going to do because, I mean, again, this palette has a lot of colors. But it's going to be fun to create a look with it with you guys and chat a little bit. What is everyone doing to keep themselves busy during this time? Keep themselves occupied? Because I am starting to lose it. Technically, I have been on this stay-at-home order for a little longer. I want to say it's been like a week and a half, maybe. My days are starting to run together. So, yeah, there's that. And now we have this order, so for 2 more weeks, and I feel crazy. The first shade I'm going to go into, so they don't have shade names, they go by number, so we're going to go into B5. And I'm going to start blending that into my crease as my transition shade. Again, your transition shade gives you something to lay down to start blending other shadows off of. I really like this color. I hope it gets better, Cass, and I'm sorry to hear that. I know it's rough when you're the only one caring for him, so you're not really able to get that break. So sending you all of my love and positive vibes. Alright, so now I have that shade laid down. It's just a little bit brighter than my lid color. I'm going to go in. I really don't know what kind of look I want to do. I want to do something fun though. And I think I want to play with like the burgundies and the purples because it's something I haven't done in a while. So I think I'm going to go into B4 and start blending that in my crease as well. That is pigmented. I was not expecting that. Ooh. All right, so we're going to really blend here because I kind of went in hot with this shade. Obviously, I love the Anastasia shades. I don't know, some people might think that this palette is too much because there's a lot of shades and it can be a little overwhelming. But I like a palette with a lot of shades because then I feel like it saves me from dipping into multiple palettes. Like if the shades are just all in one. And they're blending out very nicely. All right, so now I am going to go into, oh, I'm knocking things down. I'm going to go into C4 because that's like a darker kind of burgundy shade. And I'm going to focus that really like on the outer portion and up into the crease. I'm going to use a smaller blending brush to do that. And then you want to make sure you have your other brush that you use for like the lighter purple shade. That way you can go in and blend out the harsh lines. So you're doing like back and forth dipping. Now I'm going to go back in with that like brown shade I first laid down and blend out the harsh edges of like that bright pink purple shade. So to get everything nice and blended, you know, you're kind of working back and forth. All right, now I think I'm going to go in with one of my flat brushes that I would use to do like a cut crease. Let me find one because I have this, I'm going to show you guys. I have this huge thing of brushes. So you want to use a brush kind of like this when you're creating a cut crease because it's nice and flat. And then you want like a flat eyeshadow brush to pack on the color. So we're going to go into E5 all over the lid because that's like a really pretty purple and it has like some gold glitter reflex in there. And I'm going to take a little bit of the matte concealer that I use to prep my lid. Now you can do a real simple kind of cut crease, or you can make sure it's really sharp and crisp and really focused. I don't think I'm going to do that today. So I'm just going to get some of the concealer on my lid. Kind of just look up and it places it for you. And then you can kind of just follow that. I usually like to take mine up a little bit higher. Which creates the effect of like bigger lid space, although I do have a lot of lid space already. Then I take my finger and I kind of just like tap that concealer down and like you almost like want to blend it into that eyeshadow. You want everything to kind of like melt together like that. And then I'm going to go in with my Packer eyeshadow brush, take a little bit of setting spray or water, whatever you choose, spritz your brush to really pull that pigment. And we're going to go into E5, that shade, and we're going to pack it where we place the concealer. I don't do purple looks very often, so this is pretty fun. Hey, Nikki. See how it just like fades into that other shadow? Wow. All right, now we're going to do the other eye. Again, you want to get your flat eyeshadow brush going with your concealer. I drag mine down and then look up, and then it kind of like helps place it. Tap it in, and then go in with your shimmer shade on the lid. Or if you're doing a matte look, you could do the same thing. It just helps make the shadows pop. And you see I'm like tapping it over top of that concealer. Just like that. I think I want to go into D5 too. Like, look at that color. Look at that. And I'm going to tap that like right on the edge of that purple we placed. All right, Casson, take care of Noah. Look at that. I don't even know if the camera is like picking up how pretty these shadows are, but they are beautiful. All right. Now we're going to put on some mascara and lashes. Now, most of the time I do a wing. And the other day, my last live, I was like, oh, I'm not going to do a wing because I'm not feeling that today. Then I ended up doing one. Today I'm going to try not to do that and just pop on the, You Need This palette. I know, I got it for my birthday. I love it. All right, so, and I think the first time I used this palette, I actually used this shade right here. Like this neon kind of yellow shade. I don't remember if I posted pictures, but I know I did it for work. So I'm just going to pop on some mascara and then put on some lashes because I feel like lashes just really complete a look. Really makes the look pop. Now look at the difference here. Eyelash with mascara, eyelash with no mascara. And this is kind of why I wear false lashes, because I got little stubs. Freaking love this mascara. Alright, so the lashes that I'm going to put on are the Kiss Sequin lashes. They look like this. And I've been wearing the top ones. I mean, they're all the same, but I'm going to pop those on real quick. Get the glue off of here. So, Nikki, how are you and Jade doing right now? Like with this whole like being home, quarantine, schoolwork, all of that stuff. Because I could tell you right now, it's rough over here. And I am bored out of my freaking mind. And all I want to do is get back to work. Oh, be careful, be safe, girl. That I know like some people still have to go to work. My mom still has to go to work and stuff. Obviously, I do makeup and that's not like an essential. Like so we're closed right now, but praying for those of you who still have to work. Okay. My lash is not even all the way on. Yeah, it's hard because some people aren't taking this very serious. So, like, they just are all up in personal space. And I noticed that the last week that I was at work and this all really got started, you know, people were still asking, like, can I get my makeup done? Or are you guys foundation matching? And I was just thinking, why would you want anyone to touch you right now? But, you know, that's why this stuff is just spreading around because there's people out there not taking it serious. Me and my lashes are not friends today. Yeah, it's spreading real bad real fast because people just are not following directions or staying safe or staying home, only going out if you need to. And like a need to is because like you ran out of toilet paper or like home essentials or you need to get food. But just being out walking around is insane. Just going to the store to browse because you have nothing else to do. Crazy. All right. So this lash is on perfect. This one is not, so I'm going to fix it. And Nikki, I know that it's scary to like be at work right now and like worried about like getting it or taking it home like to your daughter and stuff like that. It sucks. You know, mama is a nurse, she's a healthcare worker, so she does live by herself, but still like she's like, I'm worried about like getting it because there's people that I guess you know, you take a person to the hospital, but then they don't understand like you need to leave and not be at the hospital because that's like the unsafest place to be right now. You could be contracting something and they still want to sit in the room and like argue with the nurses and doctors and stuff, and I just think that's crazy. Like it's for your own safety and it's for the safety of everyone else right now. And people were saying like the world is blowing this out of proportion and stuff like this. I personally don't think so. I don't want it. You know, I don't want to be sick like that. I don't want my family to get sick either. So it's simple. Stay home, do what you're supposed to do, and hopefully this can be done and over with sooner than later. And I have a compromised immune system. It's weak. And so I really am not trying to get this. I don't know if my body would fight anything like this off. It's the people not taking it serious that are making it hard for people like us. So I'm going to put liner on, but I'm not going to do a wing. I'm basically just going to fill in the inner corners where my lashes connect. So like right here. Just like that. Oh, poor Jade. Yeah, this just all really sucks. It's very scary right now. And some of us want to get back to normal life, you know. Some people are laid off and they don't have an income and no one to help, and that's very scary. So it would just be awesome if we could just stay home, people. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you were able to catch me this time too, because I know I just randomly jump on and go live. I don't even say anything or tell anyone I'm going live. I'm using my Smashbox primerizer. It's almost empty, but it looks like a girl will be ordering that online. It's my favorite primer. It's hydrating and it feels good on my skin, especially for someone who likes to, like me, who likes to wear matte foundations. I don't tend to wear like luminizing foundations very often because if I start sweating or anything like that, I feel like I just look greasy. But in this aspect, I'm not going anywhere, so I guess it really doesn't matter. I could use a luminizing foundation, and I don't know if I have one anymore. I think I might have gotten rid of them because they're just, oh yeah, I still do have one. It is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. So I'll use that one. I'm trying not to use all my high-end foundations while I'm doing these lives and videos and stuff because that stuff is not cheap. So these are easily replaced. And I'm going to use my MAC foundation brush I used the other day. I have the shade 212 Cocoa. And it's going to be kind of scary at first because it's going to look like kind of orange red. But I promise you it matches. and I just like the way it looks on my skin. I just get it all blended in. It will calm down, I promise you. I look like a Oompa Loompa right now. I wish I could do makeup on other people right now. That would make me happy. Right, because right now we have all the time in the world to take selfies and snaps. Like, honestly, right now, for people who do like Instagram and stuff, like who build up their Instagrams or their like YouTube channels, which I went on a hiatus from my YouTube when they started like changing all the rules and stuff like that. It started getting kind of crazy. And I got really upset because I feel like I've worked really hard on my channel and I used to be monetized. And when they changed everything, they took that away from me. And I don't feel like that was fair. Like, I worked hard, I earned that. So, like, why take it away? But, anyways, now would be the perfect time for people to like build up their pages and their channels and stuff like that, because we don't have nothing but time if you're not working anyway. I know y'all are like, when is the foundation going to calm down? It's going to calm down, I promise. This foundation, even though like it's the Pro Glow, it's got a really nice coverage, like a really nice full coverage. And normally with like luminizing foundations, you don't get that. So that's why this one is my favorite. All right, so I'm still gonna use, maybe I won't use my matte concealer. I'll use an inexpensive one. I'll use my e.l.f. concealer because I really do like this one. This is the 16-hour camo concealer, and a lot of people were like, do you like that concealer? Do you like that foundation? I absolutely love it, and it's on the low, so even better. And I was saying the other day, I don't do like the crazy big triangles anymore because you just don't need all that. And like, I mean, I know I really don't. I don't have dark circles and stuff like that. Yes, e.l.f. has come a long way with their products. I know they used to be one of those brands that you kind of like steered away from because the eyeshadows were like not pigmented and such, but they have really come a long way. Hey, Gaston. I'm just spraying my Real Techniques blender because I only really use it now to blend out my concealer and to set under my eyes, and maybe go through and like pat everything into my skin when I'm done. But I don't really use it to, as you can see, put my foundation on anymore. Um, I went back to using a brush and I just really love it. And I just take my brush and blend it in. I just like the way it ends up looking, so that's why I stopped. Plus, on top of that, I was spending so much money on blenders, and I know like you can get a beauty blender for like $1 or whatever, but those ones aren't good. They're hard, and I don't like those ones. And for like a real beauty blender, it's $20 at Sephora, and you're only gonna have that blender for like 6 months if you're lucky, because they collect so much bacteria. If you invest in a good foundation brush, you'll have it forever, for years, you know? So I kind of just, as you can see, use both. I just feel like it helps me blend everything out nicely. Bam. Now we need some setting powder. Some under eye setting powder. And I have a couple of them that I really like, but I think I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Photo Focus. So I'm really excited to also use the Naturally Nudes palette from Too Faced, and I'm also going to do a look with the, oh, that's too much powder, with the Bretman Rock palette collaboration that he did with Wet n Wild, because people really wanted to see that too. So I'm still going to do the palettes. I just wanted to use the one that had the highest vote first because it seemed like a lot of people really wanted to see a look with this palette. I'm actually glad I did because I've only used it one time, and I got it for my birthday, and I have so much makeup that I don't always, I don't want to say get a lot of use out of my palettes because I do, but I have a lot of palettes, a lot of makeup, it's what I do. So I don't get to use all of my palettes as often as I would like to. Well, you are definitely going to have to watch that live. Why is e.l.f. expensive in England, Caston? All right, I got some powder in my eyes, so that's why I was looking all up close and personal. I know you guys are like, what is she doing? Now, one thing I do use all the time to set my face is my MAC Studio Fix press powder because I just love this powder. Like, I'm loyal to the MAC powder, so that I do have to use. See why I got my headband on? Look at that. Just put powder all in my headband. And if not, I would have powder all over my hair. So, and my hair is pastel, so that's not what's up. I love Bianca, by the way. Do you have the Morphe, what is it? Bright Lights, or is that what it's called? Palette? Because I got that one. I love it. All right, so now that we did that, and I'm halfway blind from getting powder in my eye, we're going to contour. I use like 2 different contour palettes, but I have one that is absolutely my favorite, and it's affordable. It's the Black Radiance contour palette. I use medium dark because this is my contour shade, and you can see I've dug like a hole in it. But you can get this palette at Walgreens. I don't know where else, but I got mine at Walgreens. And normally, guys, I'm crazy with my contour. I usually use the Fenty Cream Contour Stick because it blends out like into a powder. And then I take a powder over top of it. But like I said, for the purpose of trying to save my high-end products, I'm not going to be doing all that in these live videos. Yes, I love those palettes. And this is a Royal and Lanicle brush. It is Moda, and I love it. Got that for my birthday, too. But it's like my favorite contour brush right now because I can get my nose and the hollows of my cheeks with this. Why? The foundation here is like $6. That's crazy. So a little bit of a lighter contour today. And then I like to go in with my powder and just like carve it out. And I don't bake anymore because I really don't need to. Like it does its job just sitting on my skin for just a few seconds. I don't need to let it sit and have like those harsh lines. I like everything to be well blended. And for blush, my favorite blushes are obviously the MAC blushes, but I think today I'm gonna I don't know, I might use a MAC blush. I Actually, you know what? I'm going to use Too Faced because I like this one. It's Your Love is King. If I can get it open, I might use the Too Faced blush. Nope, not using it. I can't get it open. These nails. Oh, I got it. I got it. So I'm going to use this one as soon as I find my blush brush. All right. Because I feel like this one really just goes with the look, so. Yeah, some high-end stuff you just cannot live without, and I can't. There are certain products that I've been using since, you know, I was old enough to wear makeup and then start buying it for myself, and the MAC Studio Fix Powder is one of them. So I take my blush back into my contour. Oh, I think that looks nice. And of course we need highlight. Now the other day I used the Nicole Girl highlight palette, and I think I might use it again because I think I want to go with this one. Or do I want to do Young Forever? No, I think I want to do Kitty Cat. And this palette, once it was gone, you weren't supposed to be able to get it again, but they released it again, so that's exciting. If you don't have it and you want it, because I freaking love it. Like, look at that. Oh, yeah. I know a lot of people hate my nose highlight. I love it. I'm here for it. Sorry if you're not. And then I'm going to put some on my inner corners. What is what called this highlight palette? The Anastasia Nicole Guerrero. She's a YouTuber and did a collab with this highlight palette. Because I can't live without my inner corner highlight. Those of you who know me know that. And my brow bone. I love you too, girl. And then now we need a lip. And I did one of my favorite lip combinations the other day. I kind of have quite a few, don't judge me. But I have like so much lip stuff, like a ton of lip products. And I don't know which one I want to use. I might actually go with this one because like this kind of makes me look washed out. Or do I want to do this like mauve? All right, which one, guys? The Stila one or this Anastasia one? Help me. Oh, you know what? I think that's a good idea. I was going to say, I think I'm going to go with that because I'm going to use this MAC lip pencil. There are words that I have a hard time pronouncing. My mouth does not work properly. I probably should take speech, but this is in the shade. I can't say it. Just forget it. WHIRL. You guys know what this is. Wait. Now I'm confused. ABH or not? Okay, let me put the lip liner on first. Let's do that. Because it's really like mauvey. See how light the lip pencil is? Can you guys even see it? Yeah, my lips is looking a little crusty. Don't judge me. Okay, you said not the Anastasia one. Casson said the Anastasia. Just watch. Don't give up on me. It literally dead on matches the lip liner. All right. I need to use some. I was like, where'd this go? This is my Prep and Prime MAC setting spray in pineapple scent. I try not to spray it directly on my eyes because it will mess up your eyeshadow. I'm a Pride fan. Hey. My hair looks crazy though. Trust me, I will not be taking any photos looking like this. Alright. But I do need you guys to see this look though. Okay. Yeah, I look like Valentine's Day, which is past due, but this is really pretty. All right, I'm happy that we chose this palette and we use this palette. And I just want you guys to know that tomorrow we'll be using the Too Faced Naturally Nudes palette. I'm going to show y'all what the inside looks like real quick before I hop off of here. For those of you who voted for this palette, you're going to get your time. This is the palette. So that's going to be tons of fun. And then, of course, I'm going to do the Bretman Rock Anastasia collab. Or not Anastasia. What did I... Wet n Wild collab. Get it together. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't have on eyeliner underneath. I just looked at myself and I do that sometimes. Literally will forget to put on eyeliner on the bottom. So I'm going to do that real fast. Honestly, we're just going to use something light and simple. We'll use Last Call from Urban Decay because it really matches this look. I can't believe I did that. There we go. I know, that's crazy. I do that all the time. And then I'll get to work and be like, really? I don't have any liner on the bottom. But yeah, so thank you for you guys that joined and watched. And I will see you guys tomorrow with this palette. I'm going to go fix my hair and take some pictures. And I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.